Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClellan.
And I'm Ashley Erling. And we continue our festive,
We are in the festive. And can you believe, though, like, I'm going to be so, like, upset when Christmas is over.
Well, and this is what we said was going to happen. It just, like, goes by so quickly.
It does. In a flash.
And, like, I was even, you know, everyone knows my mom's visiting right now. So, like, I was sitting down with my calendar and trying to look at the pockets of time that I have where we can just do stuff and not, like, because, you know, we're very busy.
You don't want to dial it in. Yeah.
We're very busy day to day. So I'm like, when can we go, like, do something fun or, like, Christmassy or whatever.
I did see you did Twin Oaks.
We did go to Twin Oaks for her birthday.
It looked very pretty though, like the festiveness at Twin Oaks.
It was great. It was perfect. We, you know, went for her birthday celebration because she's a December baby. So that's, I always feel like kind of bad because it's so close to the holiday. You have to kind of like do something. So like that was super fun.
Yes.
And like, you know, with the snowfall yesterday, she was at our house. So we had a nice time of like all being together and all that. But you did something that is like I'm dying to go back.
You gotta do this. You gotta do this.
I'm hoping maybe next year. It's not happening this year.
No. So we went to New York City, and my daughter is obsessed with right now New York City. Like
so
that's just.
I think that's amazing, as she should be. But is there something that sparked that, or she just?
I mean, she knew that Matt and I lived there for 8 years. She knows that her two older brothers were born there. So
she's been though, right? Or no?
She's been, but you know, since COVID we haven't been, and she's only 12.
Right.
So in her mind, I don't think she remembers
a lot. It's
like
a very different thing too in the holiday time.
Oh my gosh. But she's been sending me like TikToks of everything to do in New York City, like all like kid stuff.
Yeah.
And so we finally went, took 2 days.
Tell me everything. Tell me everything.
And it was just the three of us. My husband, Victoria, and I went. My son Henry was gonna come, ended up not coming. But yeah, it was actually really nice just being there. We went to the Rockettes, the first, like just she's been before.
Oh, she had.
But she was younger, and there we are outside the. Apparently, you're not allowed to take photos inside. Meanwhile, I took like a million videos.
I know. I'm pretty sure I saw you take photos inside.
But I was like afraid to show them anymore.
Did the Instagram please come after
Nobody said anything yet, but we went to the Rockettes, and then of course she wanted to do FAO.
Yes.
Because she wanted a jelly cat. Jelly cats are very big right now.
Yes. And now I am familiar with jelly cats. We have a few in the house.
Oh yeah.
But I still don't know why, and maybe this is just what happens when you like are a parent or whatever it is that I now am. Like I don't understand. I think they're cute, but I also don't understand it. Like, what is the rage?
I don't know what the rage is, where it started from. I will say William, who's 21, when I was pregnant with him, my husband went to London for work, and he came home with 2 jelly cats.
Oh.
And we still have them.
So they've been around for that long?
We were trying to explain to Victoria.
I thought they were new.
Like, you know, like we have like vintage ones, Victoria. They're probably worth a lot of money.
These are the creme de la creme.
But so they have a jelly cat diner where you actually go.
I've seen the videos.
Yes, you have to sign up like 60 days in advance. You do. And I did know this, but I couldn't get it in, and we showed up there.
If you do that though, then I assume you have to purchase something.
It's like a minimum like a $70 purchase. So this is how stupid I am. I thought it was like a diner. I thought you ate. I thought it was food.
No.
So when we got there, I saw it was just like a little setup, and I said to Victoria, I'm like, I couldn't get reservations, so we're gonna have to go somewhere else. And she's like looking at me, and she's like, Mom, you don't eat there. They like pretend the egg. It's like an egg jelly cat, and it's like an avocado jelly cat. And then like they flip them and do all these things. But the guy was super nice. He's like, if you want to hang around for a little bit, I might be able to squeeze you in.
Oh, really?
But we had a reservation at that French place I wanted to go to.
Because you thought you were going to dinner the whole time.
Thought I was going to eat.
That is actually hilarious.
So we did FAO, and then we went to this place called Un de Trois.
And did you love it?
I loved it. Oh. So my husband and I started going there 26 years ago.
Yeah.
And they sing the 12 Days of Christmas during dinner. And so when we got there, the guy was like, "Oh, are you here for?" I'm like, oh my, me. I was like, we've been here 26 years.
Yes. You were hugging him.
Oh, please.
I know
Kissing, hugging, everything. Yes. And he's like, "What do you want to hold the sign tonight?" And I was like, "Yes, I would love to hold the sign." So there I am. We were the 3 French hens because there's only 3 of us in our party.
Cute.
And we, the whole restaurant sings. Everybody stands up when it's your turn, and it's just like a ton of fun. We had a great time. My husband is very, my husband's very on the shy side.
Yes.
I would say describe him as much more reserved.
Much more reserved.
And even I got one martini in him, and he was standing up with it. Yeah, so we did.
Go
we had
Matt.
I was so proud of him. Victoria's like, Dad, what's going on? But then we went to Serendipity. She wanted to get like a frozen hot chocolate, so I made like a late night, which late for her. It was like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, no, that's late.
So we had like a super late reservation for her, and she just we never get alone time with her.
Yeah.
And I think that it's. I know next year she'll be alone without the boys.
Right.
And I think it was a kind of a nice way for us to kind of start getting into that next mode of our relationship.
Did she just like love everything?
She loved it. Yeah. Like it was really nice to just like experience like one of my favorite cities with her.
Yeah.
So we had a blast. This is the beginning of a new tradition.
So fun.
So
fun.
Matt loved it.
I'm glad that you. Oh yeah, Matt liked it too.
Matt liked it too. He was like, I would move back here tomorrow. If you said you
Did
wanted to
he
move,
say that?
He did. He's like, if you told me you want to move back tomorrow, he's like, I would move back.
You can't.
And I'm like, well, right. Ashley won't let me.
I won't.
But
let you. It's not.
But we had a great
possible.
time.
Oh, that is so awesome. I'm so glad you got the opportunity to do that. And stick around because we have much more coming up today on Spotlight New England. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. We're so excited to have on today someone who we just love because she's a wonderful person, but she also has an incredible business here in Rhode Island, OPTX. Lynne Diamante is the CEO and founder along with her husband, and we're so excited to have you here. Welcome, Lynne.
I'm so
love
happy.
you, Lynne.
Oh my gosh, I am just the biggest fans of both of you
God,
guys
you're so sweet.
and everything you bring to New England and Rhode Island. And
Feeling is mutual for both
Yeah,
of us,
I was going to
believe
say
me.
that's so nice of you, but we just
you.
adore you. You are one of the most genuine humans I've ever met. And, obviously when you're friends with people, you try to have real friends, but I just remember from the moment I met you thinking you are the most genuine person because now we've known each other for quite some years.
It has been I think it goes back to maybe 2011, 2012.
Has to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
Time.
And just like, through the years, different things that, we've known each other for or worked together on, and through Style Week, and you had done
my
a lot
gosh,
with
yes.
Style
Yeah,
Week.
that's
at
right.
one
You did,
point.
yes.
Love Style Week. We've been such great supporters, and
Yeah.
they've been reciprocal supporters of our business. So
Yeah.
and in the fashion industry, it's perfect for us because we're fashion sunglasses.
Right,
Yeah,
of
it's true.
course. And so take us through a little bit of how you started OPTX.
So what's interesting is I'm actually a lawyer by trade.
I love that.
That's like one of the favorite pieces
So when
about you, though.
So when you started, your career, were you like, I'm going to be a lawyer?
I was actually. It's actually
Wow.
really funny because that was a big goal of mine, and I loved law school. I was one of those weirdos.
I love that for
All
you.
my friends going through it in law school were like, "Are you crazy? This is horrific. This is hateful." But I loved it, and it was a really good background for business. So I learned a lot of things about business in law school and running a business and how to, maintain composure and how to direct things, which is a big part of
Yeah, it's true. I
being a
didn't thought
lawyer,
about
but
that.
also being a business owner. Yeah. And I loved it, but it just almost became a function of necessity that with my husband being a surgeon and with me being a lawyer, we were in two very different directions, and we wanted to raise a family. We wanted children.
Yeah.
So fortunately, I have my one daughter, my one
Yes.
beautiful
Beautiful.
Julia. Yeah, and with the time I took to pivot careers, it gave me the opportunity to really raise her and to be a mom while I was also building a brand and a business, which is something I probably couldn't have done if I had stayed in the very specific tract I was in to be in a firm and to eventually make a partner and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So it was a good move, but also a move out of passion and love for me because I love fashion, as you guys both do.
Yes.
And everything to do with fashion, styling, up and coming houses, New York Fashion Week, those things just speak to me. That is my language.
Yeah.
So we decided to bring something to Rhode Island that nobody else had ever really done.
Right.
And it's like, you guys have been there. It's very much like a little piece of Rodeo Drive in Rhode Island. The showroom was designed by a really famous architect who worked with Louis Vuitton and Vera Wang and all these huge brands. I'm still shocked he ever worked with us.
Oh my gosh.
We were just these little, small little people in Rhode Island trying to get this brand together.
Yeah.
And he was wonderful. We just clicked with him and really had kind of that star power that came from him to design the gallery. And we slowly got credentialed to have Cartier and Chanel and
So what is
Which
that
I was gonna say,
process like?
Yeah, that can't be easy.
It's not. You go through a credentialing process where they look at.
I didn't know that.
Yes, they have to grant you a license.
Okay.
So
But it's a big deal.
Did
to
you
do
know
that?
that?
I didn't know.
I
When
didn't
she
know
said, I'm
that.
like, wait a second.
Okay.
Yeah,
can do that.
particularly with brands like Cartier or Chanel, it's a big process. You have to have a certain amount of frontage that's exposed to the public. You
Okay.
have to have a certain decor. You have to be in specific parameters for displaying the sunglasses and eyeglasses. You have to have a contract with them that you have a certain amount of their styles in your showroom, and they do inspections. And really, to keep your license, it's really quite a thing. So
I did not know
unbelievable.
that it was
Yeah.
that involved. I mean,
It is.
You would think there's some level.
Right.
it's not with every brand. There's some brands that are much easier on you, but with the really high
I was gonna say
end,
those higher end brands.
the higher end brands, they want their brand kept very meticulous. So
Yeah.
they really, make sure that your parameters are specific.
And so when you're curating the store and you're figuring out what you're going to have and when you're going to have it, how does that whole process work?
So it's kind of a conglomerate process between all of the opticians that we have in our optical boutique and with me. I'm sometimes involved with those. Sometimes I'm not, because when I go into the showings, I want everything.
Right, I know.
And I want everything in
How do you choose?
every
I have
color.
No idea. Right. I'm speaking
So
their
they're
language,
kind
as I
of
know
like,
you are.
yeah, they're like, maybe Lynne doesn't need to come to this meeting, but so we have the reps come in with the new collections a couple times a year, sometimes more than that.
Wow.
And we just look at maybe what our customers would like, our clients like. We have, it's interesting, our mix, because we have people from all over Rhode Island. We still have some people come from Massachusetts, Connecticut. It's a really
amazing.
unique place to come.
Yeah.
And we just kind of tailor what we know our clients like and what's up and coming to what we buy and put in the showroom.
That
That's
is so
unbelievable.
interesting.
I
I
love
really
that
didn't
piece of it.
realize the
Yeah.
process like that.
Right.
It is.
I know, and tell me this, because I love the fact that you said, you wanted to have a family. And how do you, because what you do is like no easy thing. How do you balance the family piece of it? Because you are very hands-on.
Yeah, I am.
And like, as as a parent, myself, I love seeing that you're able to build this brand and still be a very forefronted parent.
Yeah.
That can't be easy either.
Yeah.
How have you balanced it?
Yeah, it's a delicate balance. So at first, our brand was nothing like what it is now. At first, it was small and it was sort of contained. And I was able, when my daughter was younger, to do things at home while we were kind of building ourselves into our final move, which was the flagship store.
Yeah.
And as that evolved, my daughter got busier, as they get, as they get into high school and then eventually college, she even lived in Rome. So that was a totally hands-on. But I think for me, it was just prioritizing those things which I could do and saying no to those things I couldn't do. So that kind of balanced my schedule as I was coming up and up. And then I think the other thing is you surround yourself with a quality team. And so when you have a quality team you can rely on, I have a personal assistant who is amazing. When you have this team you can rely on and sort of delegate, which I was never very good at.
No,
at
I'm
the
not
beginning.
either.
I was like, oh, I could just do this. Oh, I'll just do,
right.
and people will say to me, that's what I'm here for. So, I mean, and we're very lucky also at Optics. We have an incredible team. They're all really strong individuals who love their work, know a lot about fashion, know a lot about optical work when it comes to prescription lenses or fitting. So I think for me, it was just a matter of balancing off my schedule and knowing when to say no, not biting off more than I can chew, which I can't say I did well.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But
it's tough.
that, and then obviously surrounding yourself with a team.
Yeah.
So.
And how many years now have you guys been in business?
So we started in proprietary 1998.
Wow.
So it's coming up on 28 years.
That's incredible.
That's insane.
And you've even, in addition to loving all of the fashion lines that you have always known, you actually develop your own as well.
I do.
Tell us about that.
It's funny you said that. So yes, we have a line we manufacture and design entirely. They're manufactured by the most beautiful places in Italy, in Greece, which is a little unusual. They have fantastic manufacturing facilities.
Interesting.
Yes, and then in France also. So we manufacture the same quality, the same components, the same lenses as some of the highest end designers, except we have control of it.
Okay.
And so we literally start with pencil to paper and design everything and pick the colors, the materials, the hinges. It's called Blue Love.
Okay.
It's exclusively in our showroom. And we tend to do things that clients ask for.
Okay.
So clients always want a smaller aviator for some reason from what we have on the shelves.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we designed a smaller aviator.
Wow.
Clients always want a cat eye, but a plain cat eye, not a cat eye with embellishment.
Okay.
Oh,
So we design. So we just kind of take the cues from the
Yeah.
needs of our clients, and we just came back from Iceland.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So you had a really impactful trip.
Yes.
It sounds like this was like one of those trips that stays with you.
Yes, and this trip actually inspired an entire collection of eyeglasses,
really?
but I'll tell you about that in a second. So, yes, the Iceland trip was an absolute lightning strike.
Yeah.
You fall madly, deeply, soulfully in love with this place the minute you get
Her
there.
pictures were amazing.
They were,
I know.
and I love the way that you spoke about it.
Oh my God.
It just seemed really, because I think, Iceland, we actually were speaking recently about Iceland with a travel advisor who was in here, and she was saying that that's like a trip that she almost always recommends to people.
You have
and
to.
you think that like, oh, Iceland, cool, fun, whatever, but like I wouldn't necessarily say like, oh, I think Iceland's going to change my life.
It does.
But it does. And
does.
you've traveled the world.
I have. I've been very fortunate and very lucky. I've seen a large chunk of the world from when I was a very young child due to my dad's businesses. And Iceland was, I can't say any more than being like struck by lightning. Wow. It just gets into your soul and you see things. It's both ancient and futuristic at the same time.
Wow, that's
and when
cool.
and when I say, I mean, the land is so ancient and so beautiful and futuristic. They're a completely clean country. Their geothermal power runs them. They have the cleanest air, the cleanest water in the world, from what I understand. And we went on a 2-day expedition with. Oh my gosh!
Tell us.
Oh my gosh! It was the most amazing thing.
Like you kind of did some adventure things.
We did. I think I got myself in a little bit over my head a couple times. But
That would be me.
That would be me too.
What did I sign up for here?
Yeah, we booked with this really famous photographer. He's an award-winning photographer.
Wow.
He's a Canon ambassador. He's a documentarian. His name is Gunnar Gunnarsson. I probably just butchered his name, but he was the most interesting and wonderful individual, and he showed us the things tourists don't see.
Oh wow.
There was not another human being in sight at the
Oh
things
my
we went to. And one of the most interesting things was we pulled in, we saw this waterfall, which was magnificent. I mean, they're like hundreds, if not thousands of feet high. They're crazy. The power of the water coming down, and you can drink the water
right from there.
No way.
Literally one of the most
That's amazing.
like maybe the only place in the world you could safely do that. And so we're doing that, and I'm immediately Googling intestinal parasites.
Yeah,
just kidding. Just kidding.
Like,
Just
am I
kidding.
Am I going to be sick in an hour?
But no, it's probably the only place in the world you could truly do it safely because it's glacial water.
Okay, yes.
And it was unlike, I know this sounds weird, but unlike anything I ever
believe
tasted
it. No,
in my
I
life.
absolutely believe that.
It
I
was
do, because
crazy.
I always am like ranking water at restaurants. I'm like good water, bad water.
It's crazy. Yeah,
But yes,
you have
so
to
I
try
believe
glacial
that.
water from the glacier in
the glacier.
Iceland.
That sounds amazing. And so this whole trip inspired a new
So
line
a whole
for
new
you.
line. So we usually do our lines based on travel experiences that we have or that we've participated in. And so, a previous line was done all about New York. You were
Love
just talking about New York, and some of our styles were called the New York Taxi and the Central Park Picnic and those kind of things.
Oh, I like that.
So we take the inspiration for what the styles look like from the colors of the city, the angles of the city. The New York collection had a lot of very angular things like the skyscrapers, and some of the lenses were elongated like things you might see like the windshield of a taxi and those kind of things. So for Iceland, I started thinking about this before I left. I was like, I wonder if this will be the way it goes. And sure enough, when we got back, we had a team discussion, and the colors of this collection will be those pale, beautiful colors you see on a glacier, like the pale blues, and sometimes even like the pink that comes up on the sunrise and behind the glacier.
Oh my God, that sounds
And then
beautiful.
they also have, thank you, we're so excited. They have basalt cliffs there, which are these extremely geometric shapes. If you've ever seen like the Game of Thrones stuff, a lot of the scenes were filmed on these beaches with these tall stone structures that were very angular. So some of our glasses will be more like almost like a Chanel-like style with a very angular side and maybe an oversized. So we take the inspiration from the land, the colors, the sense of the feeling of what we vibe with when we're there, and then I come back with all my notes, and then I talk with our manufacturer, and then we've already started designing. So.
That's amazing.
Does it usually happen that quick for you?
It has to.
It has to.
Because the inspiration's there. And
it's in your head.
It's in your head. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's in your
And you
head.
just get it out immediately.
And it's like my passion with it because I'm so obsessed with designing. I always have been. I have no formal training.
love that.
So thankfully
That's
I have.
funny. It's just in your DNA.
Yeah.
It's amazing
That's
that you were able
unbelievable.
to fulfill that. Before we let you go, we have to mention two people may potentially recognize you because you did have your time on reality TV as well.
I did, yeah.
And we know now that there's so many people filming here. We have the housewives coming
Yeah.
up. But what is it like for you to see now, as somebody on the other side, how much emphasis is being put on Rhode Island in the filming here?
Yeah, I think Rhode Island's a really significant place for filming. I mean, if you look at it historically, we started in the 70s with The Great Gatsby, one of the most significant movies that's ever been filmed with Robert Redford.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
100%.
right.
And
You're
then we
right.
had Amistad. Again, that was very
Yes.
early in
Yeah.
Rhode Island's film history. And then things like Hocus Pocus 2 just now.
Yeah.
And, the great movie. I mean, Dumb and Dumber, the Farrelly Brothers.
Farrelly
and,
Brothers, love it here.
something about Mary, or was it?
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
right. It's
that
about
one
Mary,
had-
Yeah.
right?
So, I mean, Rhode Island's a really iconic place. I think they do a lot for film companies that come in. And from my perspective, I
Yeah.
would much rather be seeing other people do
Yes.
it than being involved in it. But I can see why they are here. I can understand why they would film Real Housewives of Rhode Island here.
Yeah.
And I think it should be, a good thing. I think anything is good for the state that puts the
100%.
state in the spotlight.
Yeah.
We're excited to watch because at the end of the day, at the very least, you're like, I know that spot, I know that spot, I know that. And
Yeah,
like,
the
that's
beauty
all
of Rhode
positive,
Island.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, we
Oh my
love
gosh.
Rhode Island. So
Right.
maybe other people will see the beauty too. Lynn, thank you so much
thank
for
you,
joining us. And I
Lynn.
assume you're open from now until the holidays.
Oh, we are.
Yes, so
and
Busy time.
We love that. We
a
love seeing
great,
people.
a great spot to go if you're still looking for a holiday gift for somebody in your life. Thank you so much, Lynn, for
Thank you so
joining
much.
us
It's
today.
so good to see you
Great
guys.
to see
So
you,
good to
Lynn.
see
You're the
you.
best.
Stick around. We'll have more coming up after the break on Spotlight New England. Welcome back to Spotlight New England, and 'tis the season for holiday movies, which
my
we
God.
obviously can't get enough
Devouring.
of. And I will say, I did over the weekend catch the one they just shot
Oh,
in
you did?
Newport. Newport Christmas. Well, I liked seeing all of the Newport thing. I actually thought they filmed a little bit less here than they did. There was actually a lot
of Newport.
There was a lot of Newport in it. As I said before, the time travel ones are not
So tough to get into.
my favorite ones because it's like obviously like more of like a
Yes.
fantasy than reality, and I find those difficult to get
Without giving
into
anything
as
away.
much.
Did you figure out? Did you guess how it was going to end?
So
Like, in
no,
the-
I didn't.
Okay.
And also because I was dipping in and out because like everyone
'Cause
was
you
home.
can do that with
well, and
Hallmark.
everyone was home, so like we're doing other things, but
Okay.
also watching. So I was
Yes.
like kind of in, kind of out.
Yep.
So to be honest with you, I don't know if it's because I missed part of it, but at the end I was kind of like, this is a brain twister a little
It
bit.
was a little bit. I was trying to figure out how they were going to wrap this sucker up in a nice, neat
So
bow.
I recently got this study that named the most Hallmark-like cities, I think, by state.
Yep.
So not surprisingly, though, Newport was our most Hallmark-like
Right.
city. And so they cited, one, the population small enough to feel personal, big enough to
Right.
have a bustling holiday scene. Snowfall, so there, actually
Beautiful.
is some snowfall.
Yes.
Historic places, obviously we have that in
Mansions, right.
spades. And businesses. So, local businesses you
That
could
makes
support
sense.
during the holidays. So that does make sense. And certainly, I guess that probably would be the number one because, again, it is big enough. But we have so many charming towns.
I was gonna say you have Bristol. Is
Bristol.
beautiful. I always have thought that about
Yep.
Bristol.
Wickford. I feel like Bristol
Gorgeous.
doesn't get its due sometimes, actually.
No, I mean it really is like
And
that
then so
perfect
many
little
of the,
town.
like South County places.
Beautiful South County places
that I don't drive to because I'm a Rhode Islander.
Well, they're so
but
far
I
away.
want to. But I want to. No, but I'm just joking about
Actually,
that.
we're gonna have Faye on very soon
Yes.
talking about what's going on in South County.
So we'll
see.
talk all about South County. But I thought that was kind of fun and interesting.
I love that Newport though. I think it is like a great little backdrop, and everybody knows what Newport is, so it's easy.
Yeah, and it really does have a lot of great shops if you're
Perfect
going,
shops.
holiday shopping or anything like that. So, thank you for joining us today on Spotlight New England, and we'll see you next time.